This is What's New in 2014-2015, presented by Girl Scouts of Western New York Adult Development Department. Through this webinar, you'll be able to identify changes to the Girl Scouts of Western New York policies and procedures, explore new initiatives from product program, discover innovative new program offerings, and hear highlights about upcoming volunteer appreciation and enrichment events. First, let's look at the 2014-2015 policy and procedural changes. You may recognize this flyer that was included in the troop packets this fall at service unit meetings. It highlights all the details of the changes from the policies and procedures, and we'll review those now. First, we have a new edition of Volunteer Essentials, the primary resource for our adult volunteers. You'll know that you have the current version because it indicates 2014-2015. And this is provided hard copy to all new leaders and is available on our website in the Volunteer Resources section of our website. You can also find an updated version in the Forms Library at www.gswny.org. There have been some updates to troop travel, so let's talk about those now. We have made a consistent set of travel requirements to guide leaders in planning day and overnight trips. They are called the GSWNY Travel Right Requirements. Details about this can be found on page 53 of Volunteer Essentials. All events that occur outside the normal meeting time and place require GSWNY travel right requirements. These include signed parent permission slips, appropriate girl-to-adult ratio as indicated in Volunteer Essentials for events and trips. Please note, any adult fulfilling the ratio must be an approved, registered volunteer. Among these adults, 1 must have completed Troop Essentials, Girl Scouting 101, and appropriate grade level training for the age of the girls you're working with, and 1 who qualifies as a troop first aider. If you are arranging transportation for your group, troop drivers are approved, registered volunteers and follow the Troop Driver Safe Driving Pledge. Health forms, permission slips, and a first aid kit must be brought along on the trip. And leaders must review the safety activity checkpoints for additional requirements for the activities you're doing and ensure that everyone follows them. Lastly, you'll need to be sure to notify your service unit manager. Now, there's no official form for this, and this is done differently in service units, so you'll want to talk to your service unit manager about how they want to be notified of your field trips. Some service units have a sign-up sheet, some ask you to just send an email when you're taking a field trip, and others ask that you share your trip calendar. So you'll want to make sure that you are following the procedure for your service unit. So when you're traveling, you may need to submit a travel packet. Some changes have been made to the travel packet, and among them include when you need to submit one. Travel packets are no longer required for trips shorter than 250 miles and 2 overnights or less. So previously you may know that this was required when you were traveling outside council boundaries regardless of the length of stay. But this should significantly reduce when the packet's required, allowing for easier travel to popular locations not far from our council boundaries. And this is especially important for our volunteers who are in areas near the borders of our council who are frequently submitting packets to travel a very short distance. So now, if you are traveling more than 250 miles or longer than 3 overnights, you will need to submit a troop travel packet. You will find all of our troop travel forms in the Forms Library on the GSWNY website. So there are lots of resources there to help you plan with your girls and the forms that you'll need to submit for approval. This grid is included in Volunteer Essentials, but it helps you to get an idea what requirements are needed when taking your troop on a field trip. So you'll notice that on the left side it talks about where you might be planning a field trip and what requirements you'll need to follow are listed on the right. So for a day trip in your community or an overnight that's less than 250 miles from a meeting place that might be in an aquarium, museum, zoo, or other building where programming will be provided, or at a hotel for 2 nights or less, you will need to follow the GSWNY travel right requirements and any additional requirements per the safety activity checkpoints for the activities you're doing. If you're taking your troop camping at an overnight in a lodge structure at a GSWNY camp property, you'll need to follow the travel right requirements and also have at least 1 adult who's completed Troop Camping 1 training and any additional requirements as stated in the safety activity checkpoints for the activities you're doing. An overnight in an A-frame or tent at a GSWNY camp property, you'll need those travel right requirements and at least one adult who's completed Troop Camping 2 training, and any additional requirements per safety activity checkpoints for the activities you're doing. For an overnight that's at a camp property not owned by Girl Scouts of Western New York and is less than 250 miles from a meeting place, you will use the same as listed prior, depending on the structure for your sleeping accommodation for trained volunteers. But you'll also need to submit a permission for use of a non-council campsite form 60 days prior to your trip. So that's the GSWNY travel rate requirements, and at least one adult who's had Troop Camping 1 or Troop Camping 2 training, depending on where you're sleeping, and any additional requirements per safety activity checkpoints, and that permission for use of a non-council campsite form. If you are taking a trip that's more than 250 miles and or longer than 2 nights within the U.S., you'll need to follow the travel right requirements and complete an intent to travel form 90 days prior to the trip, and submit a troop travel packet with the agreement and additional forms that are listed on our website 60 days prior to the trip, and any additional requirements per the safety activity checkpoints for the activities you're doing. Just note that if you're planning on having an overnight at a camp property not owned by Girl Scouts of Western New York that's more than 250 miles away, in addition to these travel documents, you'll also need to submit the permission for use of a non-council campsite form. For trips that are outside of the U.S., you'll need to follow those GSWNY travel right requirements and submit an international troop travel packet. So you'll submit an intent to travel form 24 months before your trip, and then the international troop travel packet with additional documents 18 months prior to your trip, and follow any additional requirements per the safety activity checkpoints for the activities you'll be doing. For more details on this, you can read about this in Volunteer Essentials or contact a member of the program team for assistance. The next update we're going to talk about for this year is in regards to contracts. According to the Girl Scouts of Western New York bylaws, all contracts, leases, hold harmless agreements, and other documents requiring a signature must be signed by the GSWNY Chief Executive Officer. Some examples of this include, but are not limited to, bus contracts or car lease agreements, non-Girl Scouts of Western New York campsite contracts, hold harmless agreements, contracts for site rentals, such as for troop or service unit events. Contracts and other documents requiring review should be submitted as follows. Bus contracts, leases, vendor agreements, and other documents related to a trip more than 250 miles from a troop meeting place should be submitted as part of the required troop travel documentation. Non-Girl Scouts of Western New York campsite contracts, hold harmless agreements related to the use of a non-Girl Scouts of Western New York campsite should be submitted as part of the non-council campsite approval process. Any other documents requiring review should be submitted directly to the program department no less than 1 month prior to the proposed usage. You may send them via email to programcontracts@gswny.org or by U.S. mail to Program Manager-Contracts, 3332 Walden Ave, Suite 106, Depew, New York 14043. If you have questions about policies and procedures, please feel free to contact us at training@gswny.org. Let's take a look at some innovations in the product program. So, product program is the department formerly known as product sales, and this is because it's so much more than a sale. Magazines and Munchies and the cookie sale, they're very excited, but they're part of a larger program built around developing the 5 skills: financial literacy and leadership skills. We're very excited to be rolling out the Sage Scholars Tuition Rewards program. This is similar to a frequent flyer program where you can earn points. Instead of them being used for flights, the points can be applied toward college tuition. If you participate in the fall product sale, you can earn points for college tuition reduction. And in addition to all of the other benefits of participating in the Girl Scout product program. So you still are eligible for those incentives that the girls love. And every girl has the opportunity to receive 2,500 tuition rewards points by participating this year. Tuition Rewards Program is a pretty big program. It has 330 private colleges across the U.S. who currently participate, including 21 in New York State, 51 in Pennsylvania, and 24 in New England. Girls can earn up to 1 full year of college tuition to be earned by a student and applied equally over their 4 years of college, and the points can be used to reduce college tuition. So, how do you get involved with this? You participate in the fall product sale. And every girl that participates, every Girl Scout that earns one of the Dive In or Be Active patches will receive 1,000 points. And those patches can be earned, Be Active can be earned by having 5 or more magazine subscriptions, and the Dive In patch is 5 or more nut and candy items. Every Girl Scout that reaches the program goal of $150 in sale will earn an additional 1,500 points for a total of 2,500 points. The cookie program is very exciting and will be coming up after the holidays. You'll see that as part of our spring sale. And there are 3 parts of the sale: the initial take orders time, keep going, and direct sales. The troops earn proceeds and the girls earn rewards during this time. Cocoa Cookie Command, the online cookie command center for girls, will be used again this year. And the girls can use this site for goal setting, sale planning, sending emails, and asking for support of the team. Cookies will be able to be purchased online during the cookie sale program dates, January 17th to March 28th, so visit our website for more details on that. We're pretty excited about our new gluten-free cookie this year. It's a peanut butter, chocolate chip, and oatmeal in one cookie. The cost is $5 per package, and the troop retains $1 as proceeds. These cookies need to be pre-ordered, and if you did so, they will be available at delivery. The sales of these cookies do not apply toward the Girl Recognition Program. If you missed out on pre-order, they will be available for purchase online. If you have any questions about product program, you can contact the product program team at productsales@gswny.org. So let's look at some new program highlights. You should have received one of our brand new 2014-2015 program guides at a service unit meeting earlier this fall. We do have some available in the Council Service Center if you did not receive one, and it is available on our website. And we'll just highlight a few of the exciting programs that we have happening this year. We have something called Wonderworks and Laser Tag. This is happening for girls who are juniors and above, and there will be lots of hands-on STEM activities, great ties to the It's Your Planet Love It series. Laser Tag offers some team building and fun. Bring a bag lunch or spending money to purchase lunch at the mall, and there will be some time for shopping as well. The cost listed here includes bus transportation, admission, and a fun patch. And you will find all the details on page 12 of the program guide. Whitewater rafting and the Sky High Aerial Adventure Park. These are for juniors and above as well. They're exciting outdoor opportunities for girls to spend a day at Letchworth Park to do some whitewater rafting. That's happening in May. And the Holiday Valley Sky High Aerial Adventure Park is a 4-acre challenge course where you will have climbing and testing yourself as you move about the course through a variety of obstacles. So you must be in good physical condition, at least 9 years old, and be a junior Girl Scout to participate in that program. That's happening next June. And you can read more details about these programs on page 13 of the program guide. We have some exciting financial literacy programs coming this fall, including Money Matters Mentor Day. This is for senior and ambassador girls. They will be partnering with Merrill Lynch to bring this program to our girls, where they will earn their buying power or good credit badge based on their level. And you'll be contacted after registration with some required pre-work activities, and lunch is included in the cost here. You can read more details about this on page 20 of the program guide. Cookie College is coming this January. It's very exciting. It's for juniors and above, and it will give you the tools and knowledge you need so you're ready to be part of the cookie sale. And you will also earn your cookie activity pin at this fun day full of hands-on activities. You can read all about this on page 20 of the program guide. I Can Be Career Day. More than 20 professional women in a variety of careers from healthcare, social work and counseling, forensic science, law, chemical engineering, journalism, and more will be there on November 8th at Villa Maria College to help make this a fun day. Unlike Career Day in high school, girls will have the opportunity to meet with professionals in small groups, try some hands-on activities from the specific field, and participate in a Q&A session. The cost is $10 per girl for registered scouts. You should bring a bag lunch, and you will receive an email after registration to select your top choices for career fields. And our travel pathway to Pax Lodge and our Chalet World Centers. You can see here some details about our 2016 trip to Pax Lodge and our Chalet, including costs, itinerary options, fundraising, and more. EF Tours is coordinating the details and the payments for this. If you are unable to attend an info session this fall, contact Program Department at programs@gswny.org and info will be sent to you via email. If you have other programming questions, you can reach our program department at that email. Again, it's programs@gswny.org. All right, lastly, we're going to talk about volunteer appreciation and enrichment. We're working to show appreciation for the hard work our volunteers do all year, and we kicked that off at the beginning of October with welcome nights at our service center. It was great to see a lot of you out stopping in to shop and enjoy some of the resources we had available. But we are also looking forward to our next enrichment opportunity coming up at the end of this month and beginning of November. We're very excited to bring you back to school with GSWNYU. This is our premier adult learning event designed to help you learn what's new for the Girl Scout year and also have fun. So we're holding this twice, once in the east in Monroe County on October 25th and in the west in Erie County on November 1st. A $5 registration fee, which includes your workshops, materials, and lunch. There are full and half-day options available. You'll find detailed descriptions about the workshops located on our website, and registration is first come, first serve, and space is limited. So you'll want to check us out online at gswny.org. Click on the eBiz logo, and you'll actually find GSWNYU as a featured activity, but you can also use that search function to search for GSWNYU, bring it up pretty quickly, and you can go ahead and sign up there. Thank you for joining us for this webinar, and if you have any other questions, just feel free to contact us at training@gswny.org.